This is a U-Haul towing mirror. This was at the end of a driveway for a couple of dollars last fall, and I decided to give it a go, and it did take quite a while to sell, but I got 25 bucks for it. This is a heavily padded soft gun case. It's made by Boyd. It's got embossed on here the North American Hunting Club. And this and another case were in a driveway last week at a garage sale. And I know gun cases can sell, especially in the fall around hunting season. But I offered the guy, he wanted 10 bucks a piece. I offered him $7 for the pair, and he took it. And this one sold right away. Just put it up yesterday, and it sold for $50. Another very long tail item sold. This is a belt buckle, International Harvester. And, it's got a good prong and ring on it, but I've had this for probably over 3 years. I had it priced at $20. I probably picked it up along with, I know I got a couple of these at the same time, and this is the last one. And I received a $10 offer, and I let it go for that. This is a little Panasonic stereo receiver amplifier I picked up for next to nothing. I had to replace a couple of the lights, including the stereo indicator light. I don't have it plugged in, so you can't see it now, but that one is a small little, a real tiny bulb that needs to be soldered in place, and I have a stash of LEDs to replace those with. Well, that took me about 10 minutes, but the cabinet was in great shape, and after cleaning all the controls, it works just great. And even though I had it for sale for probably a month, I still got full price of $80 for it. This is one of those items that languish in a death pile because it's just not of big interest to me, and it just came in an auction box lot. I didn't bid on it. And I finally got around to putting it up for sale about a month ago, I believe. It's a oval shaped tablecloth made by Wedgwood. Kind of a linen. And I put it up for $30, thinking I'd have to take a best offer at some point, but it sold for full price. Another manual sold. This is for a sound shaper, the early EQ from the 70s. Nice little booklet. I've had this up for probably a year or more, and it finally sold for full price of $20. This is a pair of chameleon sunglasses. They're vintage 1980s. Made by Corningware. I bought them about 6 pair of these like 3 years ago. And sold 4 of them fairly quickly at 30 bucks a piece, but the final 2 pair have taken quite a while. They're sun sensor glasses, originally $25. I took a best offer on these of $19. This is a Pillsbury Poppin' Fresh Doughboy cookie jar. I found this at a garage sale. They wanted 10 bucks for it. I think that's probably what I ended up paying for it. It did come with these 2 salt and pepper shakers, kind of matching. Little girl and boy, doughboys. And they're not worth a lot of money, but I was able to get my full price of $60 out of it in about 2 weeks. This is a lot of over 70 of these stereo view cards. And I've sold stereo viewers before, and depending on condition, you can get some good money, but the photos, I've kind of collected them over the years, and finally grouped 70 of them together to put up as a single listing. And I put them up rather high at $200, and they've been up for about a year now, and came down to earth and accepted a $100 offer for these 70 cards. A couple of years ago, I parted out a Magnavox console stereo system, and this is one of the parts that came out. It's the 45 RPM adapter for the turntable, and the little cabinet holder goes inside the cabinet there. And I finally was able to sell this for $20. Actually, it hasn't been up for that long. I kind of forgot that I had it in my parts bin and put it up for sale last year. But 20 bucks. This was a nice quick sale. last Thursday at a garage sale. I walked into this one, and the smell of old lady perfume told me, look around. And I did, and I found this unworn Ford racing jacket, satin jacket. And it's a great size, XL. And so I put it up right away. I got it for $5, put it up right away for $90. Research said that it could sell for over $70, so I thought I'd try it a little higher. And I took a weekend trip to the Twin Cities, and on my way home, this sold $90. This is another tape record head demagnetizer, and this is the long wand type, so you can do like the tape deck in a car, the 8-track tape deck, where you'd have to insert this into the cartridge hole. And it's still in the original packaging, $4.50. This is probably from the late 60s. And I've had this up for quite a while, but it finally did sell for best offer of $15. I've had this magazine rack up for sale for a number of years, probably over 3 years now. But it finally sold a full price, $25. It's funny how when you have things like this for a long time, it becomes a shelf rack for other things you're selling. I had to clean all that stuff off it before I could bring it out here to pack it. It's probably just $2 at a garage sale, and it sold for $25. I found 2 of these Sony Sports Walkman radios, headsets, at a garage sale for $1 each. And I knew for sure you could get at least 20, but when I did the research, I marked them at $30 each. And this sold after a couple of weeks. It's in great shape. Of course, I test them out and it works fine. Nice little $30 sale. Another one of these U.S. Marshal patches from South Dakota sold. I think I bought 3 of these and have sold 1 so far. And this is the second one to go for $20. This is a Sony brand DVD player and VHS tape VCR combination. Only the tape side does recording. And this is one I've had for a long time, and I kind of stuffed it on the shelf. I didn't have a remote control for it. And I happened to buy some items last week that included a similar DVD combo that had a remote, and I was about to put that up for sale. When I was testing it, just didn't track right on the tape side, so I tossed it aside, and this remote happened to work with this one, so turned a poor situation into a good situation, because this sold within a week, and it sold for $80. Didn't come with the manual. Normally I will print out a manual, but not for something like this. It's over 100 pages. So I just provide a link to a PDF of the manual that I would have printed it from in the first place. And I don't know if that helps or not, but didn't take very long to sell it. This is the headlight door actuator for a 1980 Ford Thunderbird. I wasn't sure if it was brand new or anything. It did have this box that it came with in the original receipt, and it was $70 back in 1994. But it does hold vacuum, so it is working. And I sold it to a gentleman for $80, and he lives in Wacklabruck, Austria. I just can't imagine driving that boat of a car, 80 Thunderbird, around the mountain roads of Austria. Maybe on Lake Geneva would work, but not the mountain roads. In any case, this has been up for about 3 months, and it sold for a best offer of $80. Okay, just came up the big hill. I'm gonna try this video, see if it looks any good. This guy and his nice little dog give me a couple of barks, probably. Yeah. And we'll cross the Big Sioux Spillway. That's not fun. And this leads down to beautiful Falls Park.